What my basketball partner did in the locker room changed everything for me. The squeak of sneakers on polished wood echoed like a heartbeat in the empty gym, the kind that pounds too hard after midnight. I wiped sweat from my brow, the stale air thick with the tang of rubber and faded glory. Alex Harper, 25, assistant coach at Elmwood Community College in rural Ohio. That's me, the guy who traded dreams of the pros for clipboards and whistles, chasing echoes of what could have been. The final buzzer had sounded hours ago, our team scraping by in a nothing game against the crosstown rivals. But victory tasted like ash in my mouth. Not because we won, because of him. Jordan Reyes, 26, the star forward who'd washed up in our league after a knee injury sidelined his Division I shot. 6'3" of coiled muscle, olive skin from his Mexican-American roots in Chicago's South Side, with eyes like storm clouds over Lake Michigan, dark, brooding, pulling you under before you even splashed. We'd been partners for 6 months, drilling plays until our bodies synced like old lovers, his laugh cutting through my lectures like sunlight through blinds. But tonight, in the dim hum of the locker room fluorescence, something cracked. I slammed my locker shut, the metal clang ringing sharp against the drip-drip of a leaky showerhead somewhere down the row. My jersey clung to my chest, damp and heavy, the fabric chafing like regret. "Good hustle out there, Reyes," I muttered, forcing the words past the knot in my throat. He was toweling off, back turned, broad shoulders flexing under ink-black hair cropped close, a fresh scar snaking down his spine from that surgery last spring. American through and through, but with that fire, the kind that burned quiet until it didn't. He turned slow, towel slung low on his hips, water beating on his chest like unshed tears. Our eyes locked, and the air thickened, charged with the scent of soap and unspoken shit. "Hustle." Jordan's voice was gravel, low and laced with that Chicago drawl, the S stretching like a sigh. He stepped closer, close enough I could smell the mint on his breath from the gum he chewed to kill the post-game smoke. "You were yelling like a banshee, coach. Thought you'd pop a vein." I laughed, but it came out ragged, a huff that betrayed the tremor in my gut. We'd danced this dance before, banter masking the pull, the way his hand brushed mine during warm-ups, lingering a beat too long. Small-town Ohio didn't breed men like us easy. My dad, a factory line grunt till the plant shuttered, had drilled it in. Men don't feel that way. Don't look. Don't. But Jordan, he looked. Always had. The conflict hit like a blindside pick, that raw, gnawing one I'd buried under stats and strategies. Tonight, after he drained that game winner, our fists bumped, and his fingers curled just enough to send fire up my arm. Now here, with the world locked out, it boiled over. He dropped the towel. Not all the way, but enough. Enough to shatter the facade. "Alex," he said, my name a whisper that hung heavy, like fog off the Scioto River at dawn. His eyes searched mine, vulnerable, stripped bare in a way no jersey ever could. I froze, heart slamming against ribs, the drip of that shower the only sound besides my ragged breath. He closed the gap, hand rising to cup my jaw, rough palm, calloused from dribbles and doubts. "I've been waiting for you to see it." His lips crashed into mine, urgent, tasting of salt and secrets, the world narrowing to the heat of his mouth, the scrape of stubble, the low-groan rumbling from his chest that vibrated through me like thunder. I kissed back, desperate, hands fisting his hair, pulling him closer until lockers bit into my back. It was fire and flood, all the nights I'd lain awake replaying his form in slow-mo, all the what-ifs exploding in a tangle of limbs and gasps. We broke apart, chests heaving, foreheads pressed, the air electric with aftershocks. "Fuck," I breathed, the word a prayer and a curse. His thumb traced my lip, swollen now, and in that touch was everything. The fear, the hunger, the fragile hope we'd just unchained. But as the high faded, reality seeped in like cold tile underfoot. The door wasn't locked. Voices echoed faint from the hall. Janitor, maybe, or a stray player. Jordan's eyes flickered, shadow crossing his face, the weight of what we'd just done settling like lead. This changes shit, doesn't it? He murmured, voice cracking on the edge. I nodded, throat tight, the scent of him, musk and clean sweat, imprinting deep. Yeah. Changed everything. And nothing good comes free in a town that whispers sins like gospel. The drive home was a blur, headlights cutting fog on Route 23, radio static hissing Johnny Cash laments about walking the line. My apartment loomed small, a second-floor walk-up above a laundromat that reeked of bleach and broken dreams. I collapsed on the sagging couch, replaying it, his mouth, his hands, the way he'd whispered my name like a lifeline. Sleep dodged me, chased by ghosts. My ex, the one who'd bolted when I cracked open, or Dad's Bible thump rants at Thanksgiving, fork-stabbing turkey like judgment. Morning cracked gray, coffee bitter on my tongue as I scrolled Jordan's Insta. Him hooping at dawn, caption rise and grind with fire emojis. No hint of the storm we'd brewed. Text buzzed, practice at 6. Don't flake. Simple. Safe. But my thumbs hovered, aching to type last night. Delete. Repeat. Gym lights buzzed harsh as I laced up, players filtering in with yawns and trash talk. The slap of balls a rhythm that usually grounded me. Jordan arrived last, duffel slung, avoiding my eyes at first, that casual lean against the wall, chatting up rookies about last night's box score. But when drills hit, it was there. The sink sharper now, laced with heat. A pass zipped perfect, our palms slapping with a spark that lingered. Halftime water break. He sidled up, bottle to lips, gulping deep. You good. Quiet under the chatter. I swallowed, throat dry despite the sip. Peachy. My skin hummed where he'd touched, a brand I couldn't scrub. His smirk faded, replaced by something raw. We gotta talk. After. The word hung, promise and peril. Practice dragged. Every crossover, every rebound a reminder. His form poetry in motion, sweat tracing lines down his neck I wanted to follow with my tongue. Buzzer blared. Team dispersed with high fives and groans, leaving us in the echo. Locker room again. Door clicked shut this time, my doing. He stripped methodical, jersey overhead, revealing the taut plane of his abs, that scar glinting under lights. I mirrored, heart jackhammering, the air humming with anticipation and dread. Last night wasn't a fluke, he said, stepping into shorts, voice steady but eyes stormy. Been feeling it months. You. Truth clawed up. Years, maybe. Buried it deep. Pause, breath hitching. But Jordan, this place, my job, your tryout with the minors next month. He crossed arms, muscles bunching, a wall of quiet strength. Fuck the noise. I almost lost my leg last year. Learned quick. Life's too short for cages. His hand found mine, squeezing, calluses rough against my knuckles. Warmth spread, thawing the ice in my chest. We dressed slow, words tumbling. His Chicago upbringing, Abuela's rosaries clashing with his first crush on the neighbor boy. My Ohio roots, football fields and church picnics hiding the ache. Laughter mixed with sighs, the drip-drip mocking our vulnerability. Outside, gravel crunched under tires as we loaded gear into his beat-up Ford, stars pricking the velvet sky. Dinner? He asked, key turning with a rumble. My nod was easy, the first real one in years. Diner on the edge of town, neon flickering open 24/7. Booths sticky with syrup ghosts. Over burgers greasy and perfect. Fries dipped in shared ketchup, we mapped it. Secret for now, but real. His knee brushed mine under the formica, deliberate, sending jolts. That night, his place. A loft above a garage, tools clanging faint below, air scented with motor oil and fresh paint from walls he'd slapped white himself. We tumbled through the door, kisses hungry, clothes shedding like old skin. His bed creaked under us, sheets cool against fevered skin. His moans low and broken as I mapped him with hands and mouth. The salt of his skin, the hitch in his breath when I grazed that scar. After, tangled and spent, his head on my chest, heartbeat sinking slow. This is it, Alex. Us. I traced his jaw, stubble rasping soft. Yeah. But dawn whispered doubts, the world waiting to claw back. Weeks blurred into a rhythm of stolen moments, the court our alibi, the world blind to the undercurrent. Mornings, I'd wake to his texts, coffee run, and we'd meet at the all-night spot, steam rising from mugs as fog rolled off the fields, corn stalks whispering secrets in the wind. Jordan's laugh filled the booth, deep and unfiltered, chasing shadows from my eyes. But cracks showed early, subtle as a foul uncalled. First team dinner, post-win against the Riverton Hawks, the VFW hall buzzing with clinking glasses and Coach Harlan's booming toasts, a grizzled vet in his 60s, face like cracked leather from too many sideline suns. To the Harpers and Reyes combo, glue holding this shit show together. Cheers erupted, backs slapped. But under the table, Jordan's hand found my thigh, thumb circling slow, a promise that twisted my gut with equal parts thrill and terror. I jerked away, beer sloshing, heart stutter loud. His brow furrowed, question in his eyes, but I played it off, spill. Lame. Harlan's gaze lingered too long, squint narrowing over his foam mustache. You too tight as thieves, eh? Keep it professional, boys. The words landed light, but they stuck, burrs in my brain. Night deepened in Jordan's loft, rain pattering tin roof like impatient fingers. We lay spent, sheets twisted, his fingers tracing lazy patterns on my hip bone, the air heavy with rain-damp earth and our mingled scents. What was that flinch? He murmured, voice muffled against my shoulder. Guilt soured my stomach, sharp as vinegar. Harlan. Town. Us. I pulled him closer, inhaling the clean soap of his skin, but the words clawed out anyway. Can't risk it. Not yet. He stiffened, pull back slow, eyes darkening like bruised plums. Hiding again? Thought we were past that shit. His voice cracked, raw edge slicing deep. He sat up, back to me, shoulders a fortress of tension, moonlight carving shadows across the ridges of his spine. I reached, hand hovering, then dropping. The bed dipped as he rose, padding to the window, rain streaking glass like tears. Grew up dodging stares in Pilsen, Alex. Neighborhood eyes everywhere. Faggot scratched on lockers, fists for looking wrong. Came here to breathe, not bury it deeper. Silence stretched, thick, broken only by thunder grumble rolling distant. My chest ached, a vice tightening. I'm scared. Okay? Dad's coming to the next game. Sees anything. The unfinished hung, ghost of his belt. The summer I came home late from a study group. That was really Jake from down the block, fumbling in the barn. Jordan turned, silhouette softening, and crossed back, sliding in, arms wrapping solid. I get it, but we can't half-ass this. Either all in or... He didn't finish, but the or echoed, a chasm. We made love slow then, apologies in every touch, his lips mapping my collarbone, breath hot and halting. My nails digging crescents into his back, drawing sighs that tasted like forgiveness. Dawn crept pink, coffee brewing with the hiss of the pot, his kiss lingering at the door. Game face today, but tonight, no masks. Practice was brutal. Harlan riding us hard after a sloppy scrimmage, whistle shrill as a banshee wail. Harper, Reyes, you synced or what? Pass like lovers. Damn it. The team hooted, oblivious. But heat flooded my face, Jordan's grin wolfish across the floor. He lobbed a perfect alley-oop, our connection electric, bodies moving as one. Sweat flying, breaths sinking in the grind. Post-drill, showers steamed. towel slick underfoot, the roar of water a veil for whispers. His stall next to mine, casual as always, but his pinky hooked mine over the divider, slick and secret. Love you, mouth silent, water cascading. My heart stuttered, the words a bomb. First time spoken, raw and real. Elmwood's Fall Festival hit that weekend. Air crisp with apple cider steam and hayride laughter. Booths hawking funnel cakes whose grease scent tangled with wood smoke from bonfires. Jordan dragged me, insisting, "Normal shit, babe, blend." His hand brushed my back as we wandered, casual to prying eyes, but loaded for us. Kids shrieked on rides, Ferris wheel groaning skyward, lights twinkling against bruised dusk. We shared cotton candy, pink sugar dissolving sticky on tongues, his thumb wiping a smudge from my lip, eyes holding too long. A group from the team spotted us. Mikey, the wiry guard, hollering, "Coach, Reyes, arm wrestle, losers buy beers." Booth crowded, laughter booming as Jordan pinned arms easy. His bicep flex a show that had me shifting, heat low. Beers flowed cold and foamy, stories spinning wild. That time Harlan mooned the ref, or Jordan's buzzer beater legend. But Dad arrived late, lumbering through the throng, flannel shirt straining over gut, eyes sharp as ever under the ball cap. "Son," hug stiff, back slap bruising. "Heard you boys pulled it off." Gaze flicked to Jordan, appraising. "Reyes, right? Good arm on you." Jordan nodded easy, handshake firm. "Pleasure, sir." Alex hears the brains. Dad grunted, approval grudging, but then, "Reminds me of you at his age, boy. All fire, no quit." Pride warmed his voice, rare as summer rain. We chatted hoops, Dad's stories of Mill League glory, the scent of his Old Spice cutting through fried dough. But under the table, Jordan's boot nudged mine, a Morse code of "we're good." My chest eased, hope flickering fragile. Night wound down, hay bales dotting fields like forgotten dreams, crickets chirping a lullaby. Dad clapped my shoulder, truck rumbling away, taillights fading red. Jordan pulled me into shadows behind the barn, kiss fierce, hay prickling skin through shirts. "See? World's not ending." I laughed, breathless, nuzzling his neck, the pulse there steady. "One night doesn't fix it." His hands framed my face, serious now. "Then we build more." But fate's a sly fucker. Monday practice, Harlan called me in, door clicking shut like a trap. Office reeked of black coffee and regret, posters of Jordan-era Bulls peeling at edges. "Sit." He leaned back, chair creaking, eyes boring. "Rumors, Alex. You and Reyes. Too close. Players talk." Ice-flooded veins, mouth dry as dust. "Just partners, coach. On court." He nodded slow, but doubt lingered, a cloud. "Keep it that way, or we got problems." Dismissal casual, but the weight crushed. I spilled to Jordan that night, pizza cooling on his coffee table, cheese congealing like my mood. He paced, fists clenched, the loft's exposed beams casting bars of shadow. "Fuck him. Fuck them all." Anger sparked mine. "Easy for you, you're transient. I'm rooted here. Job, that, everything." He stopped, hurt flashing. "Transient? This is home now. With you." Voice broke, a sigh escaping long and weary. He sank beside me, head in hands. "Sorry, just tired of running." We held on, pizza forgotten. His head on my lap as rain lashed again, thunder rumbling like unresolved chords. Sleep came fitful, dreams of courts empty, echoes of whistles mocking. Midweek scrimmage, energy crackled wrong. Passes sloppy, tempers flaring. Mikey fouled hard, Jordan shoving back, refs barking. I called timeout, voice sharp, but inside panic clawed. Harlan watched from the bleachers, arms crossed, a sentinel. Half-time, Jordan cornered me in the hall, breath ragged. "They're sniffing. Gotta cool it." Agreement burned bitter. Yeah. Distance crept in. A thief in the night. Texts curt. Touches ghosted. Gym felt vast, our sink fracturing like bad glass. Nights alone. My bed cold. Replaying his scent. The way he'd gasp my name. Then the call, Dad, voice gravel over static. Game this weekend. Big one. Be there. Pride laced it, but under? Expectation heavy as chains. Jordan showed anyway, post-practice, knocking soft, six-pack in hand. Truce. Eyes pleading, vulnerable in the porch light's yellow glow. I pulled him in, door shutting on the world, kisses salt-tinged with relief. Missed you. We talked till dawn, plans half-formed, maybe transfer or come out slow. His hand in mine steady. Together. But the weekend loomed, storm clouds gathering. The arena pulsed alive that Saturday, bleachers groaning under crowds from 3 counties. The scent of popcorn and hot dogs mingling with the sharp tang of floor wax. Elmwood versus the Steel City Scorpions. A grudge match etched in local lore. Banners flapping like war flags under rafters strung with holiday lights too early for fall. I paced the sideline, clipboard slick in my grip, whistle a noose around my neck. Jordan warmed up across the court, form fluid, but his glances my way held a desperation, a silent hold on. Dad settled courtside, program folded neat, thermos of coffee steaming beside him. Looking sharp, son. His nod was gruff, but eyes tracked Jordan like a scout, appraising the kid who'd become my shadow. That Reyes got pro written all over him. You molding him good. Swallow hard, force smile. Team effort. The lie sat heavy, stomach churning as tip-off loomed, the ref's horn a shrill omen. Game ignited fast, Jordan exploding off the bench, crossover dizzying, dunk thundering the rim like Judgment Day, crowd roaring a wave that crashed over us. I called plays crisp, our eyes locking mid-flow, that old sink flickering despite the strain. Halftime tied, locker room a sauna of sweat and strategy, Harlan barking adjustments, his meaty fist pounding the whiteboard. Harper, keep Reyes leashed. He's hot, but reckless. Gaze pin me, implication hanging like smoke. Nod tight. On it. Intermission blurred. Jordan brushing past in the tunnel. Whisper hot against my ear. For you. Then gone back to the fray. Second half blurred into frenzy. Scorpions pressing, elbows flying, whistles piercing. Jordan took a charge, body slamming hardwood with a thud that echoed in my bones. Him popping up grimacing but waving off trainers. Dad leaned forward, muttering approval. Tough kid. Foul trouble mounted. Jordan hacking at 3. Me subbing him reluctant. His glare from the bench a burn. Steel City pulled ahead by 5 with 3 minutes. Clock ticking merciless. The arena's hum a pressure cooker. Timeout. Harlan's face beat red, veins bulging. Harper, get him back in. Now. I signaled, Jordan trotting out, sweat slick, jersey clinging like second skin. Inbounds, he ISO'd, pump fake, step back 3 swishing clean, net snapping like a whip crack. Tie game. Chaos erupted, bodies colliding, breaths ragged in the press. Final possession, down 1, 10 ticks left. Jordan screened high, rolled hard. I lobbed perfect, his leap defying gravity. Fingers tipping the ball home at the buzzer. Rim rattled. Ball dropped through. Horn wailed victory. Mayhem. Team piling on. Fans storming the floor in a blur of jerseys and cheers. In the crush, Jordan found me. Arms wrapping brief but fierce. Back slap masking the hug. We did it. Breath hot on my neck, heart hammering shared. Dad pushed through post-game, hand extended to Jordan. Hell of a shot, son. Reminds me of '89 playoffs. Beaming, rare light in his eyes. Jordan grinned, modest. All Alex's call, sir. Dad clapped my back. Proud boy. Real proud. The words landed soft, thawing something long frozen. But elation soured quick. Press room buzzed, local stringers scribbling, flashes popping. A reporter, slick from the Gazette, sidled up. Coach Harper, you and Reyes, chemistry off the charts. Anything more there? Joke in his tone, but eyes sharp. Laughter forced from me, throat dry. Just ballers, man. Partners in crime on the court. He chuckled, but the seed planted, doubts whisper. That night, victory party at the Rusty Nail. Dive bar on the outskirts, neon Miller sign flickering like a migraine, jukebox crooning Springsteen anthems about blue-collar hearts. Team crammed booths, pitchers foaming over, stories inflating with each round. Jordan held court, arm slung casual over Mikey's chair, but his foot hooked mine under the table, anchor in the storm. Dad showed late, nursing a bud, toasting with grunts. To underdogs. Eyes on me, then Jordan, appraising but warm. You two like brothers. Keep it up. The word brothers twisted, knife in the gut. Jordan's foot stilled, tension coiling. I covered clinking glasses. Hear, hear. As night wore thin, Dad pulled me aside by the payphone, air thick with cig smoke from the patio. Good man, that Reyes. Steady. You need more like him. Pause, hand on shoulder heavy. Don't fuck it up, Alex. Life's hard enough without regrets. Nod swallowed, eyes stinging. Won't, Dad. He ruffled my hair, boyish remnant, then lumbered out, truck coughing to life. Jordan waited in the lot, gravel crunching under boots, stars sharp overhead. He suspect. Shake head. Nah. Thinks you're my bro. Bitter laugh. He pulled me close, kiss urgent against the truck hood, metal cool under palms. Fuck brothers. You're mine. Hands roamed, heat building, but headlights swept, car passing slow, too slow. We broke, breaths ragged, reality crashing. Home, he rasped. My place this time, stairs creaking under hurried steps, door barely shut before clothes hit floor. Bed frame banged rhythm against wall. His moans muffled in pillows, my name a chant on his lips. After, curled close, his heartbeat lulling, I whispered, love you too, soft but seismic. His squeeze tightened, sigh content. Forever, coach. Monday brought the backlash, subtle as a snake. Harlan's office again, door ajar this time, secretaries typing a distant clack. Sit. Face stern, folder open, printouts, blurry photos from the party, Jordan's arm too close. Rumors thickening, Alex. Board hears it's your ass. And his tryout? Kiss it goodbye. Blood roared in ears, vision tunneling. Nothing to it, coach. Just team spirit. He leaned in, breath sour with mints. Make sure, or I will. Dismissal cold as December wind. I confronted Jordan at lunch, park bench overlooking the river, ducks quacking lazy, leaves swirling in eddies. We gotta dial back. Harlan's watching. His fork paused mid-bite, salad wilting. Again? After the win. Desperation clawed. It's protection. For us. Eyes flashed hurt, then steel. Protection or prison? He stood, tray clattering to trash. Your call, Alex. But I'm done hiding. He walked, shoulders rigid, the gap widening like a fault line. Days stretched taut, texts unanswered, practices mechanical, passes off, sync shattered. Team felt it, morale dipping, losses piling like autumn frost. Solo runs at dawn became my confessional. Pavement pounding under Nikes, breath fogging crisp air, the Scioto murmuring judgment. Jordan's loft haunted my thoughts. The creak of beams, scent of his cologne on my pillowcases. Midweek, breaking point. Emergency team meeting, Harlan's voice thunder. Focus, damn it, or heads roll. Eyes on us, accusation unspoken. After Jordan lingered, voice low. This killing you too? Nod, throat lump. Every second. He sighed, long exhale like wind through pines. Then fight for it, or lose me. The ultimatum hung, choice stark as a full-court press. Dad called that night, voice jovial over dinner plans. Steakhouse, bring the team, celebrate turning it around. Trapped, I agreed, stomach nodded. Steakhouse loomed Friday, low lights and sizzle of grills, air rich with garlic and aged beef. Table groaned under platters, laughter forced as Harlan dominated tales. Jordan sat opposite, polite but distant, forks scraping china like nails on chalk. Dad at head, raised glass. To family, and found ones. Gaze swept, landing soft on Jordan. Like you, kid. Jordan's smile cracked, eyes meeting mine. Plea and pain. Under table, his knee brushed. Accidental? Intentional? Spark jumped anyway. Post-meal, patio for smokes. Dad and Harlan bonding over cigars, smoke wreathing like veils. Jordan stepped out, me following, night air biting, stars indifferent. Can't do this, he whispered, back to brick wall. Pretending. It's poison. Tears pricked hot. I know. Just time. His hand cupped my cheek, thumb rough. Time's what we don't have. Kiss soft, farewell flavor. Then gone, truck peeling gravel. Alone, I shattered, sobs racking silent, the weight crushing. Back inside, excuses mumbled, Dad's concern a blur. Home, bed empty, echoes mocking. Resolution brewed slow, a simmer to boil. I drafted emails to the board, Harlan, words tumbling raw. I'm gay. He's my partner. Deal. But sleep first, dreams turbulent. Courts flooded, Jordan drowning, my hands slipping. Dawn, decision crystallized, clear as glass. Time to play offense. Sun crested brutal that Sunday, slicing through blinds like accusations. My head throbbing from fitful half-sleep. Coffee scorched my tongue, black and bitter as the night before. The loft's absence a hollow in my chest. Phone stared back, Jordan's last text from weeks ago. Miss your voice? Glowing accusatory. Fingers hovered, then typed. Can we talk? Park. Noon. Sent. Waited, breath held like a free throw. Dots danced. Then yeah. See you. Riverwalk Park hummed midday. Joggers pounding paths. Families picnicking on checkered blankets. The Scioto glinting lazy under October sun. I spotted him on our bench. The one etched with lover's initials from some long ago summer. Coffee cup steaming in his grip. Hoodie swallowed his frame, face shadowed, but those eyes, when they lifted, hit like a gut punch, weary but warm. Sit. Pat the wood, voice rough. I did. Space between us a chasm. Air crisp with fallen leaves crunching underfoot. Ducks quacked distant, a normalcy mocking our storm. About last night. He cut in, sigh heavy. Don't. Just. Where's your head, Alex? Truth clawed up, raw. Screwed. Scared shitless. But losing you? Worse. Hand reached, tentative, covering his. Knuckles bruised from a pickup game. Probably, the skin warm despite chill. His fingers laced, squeeze grounding. Then what? Harlan? The team. Full court. Come out. Together. Words tumbled, heart slamming. Email the board today. Harlan tomorrow. That. After. Eyes widened. Storm clearing to blue skies. You sure? Nod firm, throat tight. For us. Real. He pulled me in. Foreheads touching. Breath mingling mint and resolve. Love you, idiot. Kiss soft. Ceiling. We walked then, hands linked brief till the path curved public, banter lightning steps. His abuela's tamales recipe, my failed attempt at baking last month, the way he'd botch karaoke Springsteen. Laughter bubbled. Easing knots. The river's murmur a benediction. His loft that afternoon, door shutting on the world, sunlight slanting gold across floors. We cooked. Pasta bubbling, sauce simmering garlic rich, his hip bumping mine at the stove, domestic bliss tasting like future. Over bowls steaming, plans solidified, joint statement, support lines for the team, a quiet dinner with Dad post-blow-up. Nightcap? He teased later, wine poured deep red, glasses clinking like toasts to survival. Bed welcomed slow, exploration unhurried. His lips trailing fire down my chest, breaths hitching on gasps, sheets whispering secrets. Climax built gentle, waves crashing soft, afterglow wrapping us in quiet vows. Monday dawned steel, Jim echoing hollow as I drafted the email, cursor blinking judgment. To the athletic board, I've fallen in love with a teammate. Jordan Reyes. We're partners on and off court. This is me unhidden. Attach photo? No words enough raw. Send. Stomach plummeted. Free fall. Practice called. Team milling. Jordan's wink across the floor a lifeline. Harlan arrived late. Face thunderous. Clipboard slapping palm. Meeting. My office. Now. Dread coiled. But Jordan's hand brushed mine on route. Go time. Office claustrophobic. Harlan pacing like a caged bear. Door shut tight. What the hell, Harper? Board just forwarded your confession. Word spat like curse, face purpling. Swallow. It's true. Jordan and I. Save it. Fist slam desk, pens jumping. You're out. Resignation by end of week. And Reyes? Tryout pulled. Can't have that. Tainting the program. Rage surged. Hot. Tainting? We're the best damn thing this team's had in years. He leaned in, breath hot. This town's values, boy. Bible Belt runs deep. You want scandal? Fine. But it ends here. Door flew open, Jordan filling the frame, eyes blazing. The fuck it does. Voice thunder, stepping in uninvited. We're staying. Winds don't lie. Harlan sputtered, pointing. Out. Both. We stormed hall, team frozen mid-drill, balls stilling. Whispers rippled, eyes wide. Mikey dropping his water, jaw slack. Jordan turned, voice steady broadcast. Listen up. Alex and me, we're together. Gay. In love. Deal or walk. Silence deafened. Then, claps? Mikey first, tentative, then chorus swelling, fists pumping. Fuck yeah. About time. Harlan bellowed from office. But the tide turned. Players encircling us shield-like. Meeting over, Jordan declared. Back to work. Drills resumed fiercer. Sink roaring back tenfold. Passes laser. Dunks defiant. Harlan watched from afar. Defeated slump to his shoulders. News spread wildfire, local feeds buzzing by evening. Elmwood coach comes out, team stands united. Calls flooded. Support hotlines, reporters sniffing. But Dad's rang clearest, voice gravel over line. Alex. Saw the post. That true. Heart stuttered. Yeah, Dad. Jordan's. Everything. Pause eternal, static hissing. Then soft. Knew you were soft-hearted. Guess I missed the rest. Silong weary. Come over. Bring him. We'll talk. Relief flooded. Tears pricking. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Jordan held me after, porch swing creaking under stars, his arm solid. Brave fucker. You're brave. Tuesday dinner. Dad's kitchen steamy with pot roast aroma. Carrots soft. Gravy rich. Table set simple, mismatched plates. Napkins folded triangles. Jordan fidgeted, knee bouncing under oak, but handshake firm when Dad offered. Sit, boys. Dad carved meat, portions generous, eyes crinkling faint. Heard the ruckus. Harlan called. Foaming. Jordan tensed, fork pausing. Fired us both. Dad nodded slow, chewing deliberate. Idiot. Wins matter. Hearts too, I guess. Gaze met mine steady. You happy, son? Words choked. Yeah. First time real. He turned to Jordan, appraising. Treat him right, or answer to me. Gruff but wink followed, ice fully thawed. Conversation flowed then. Hoops yarns, Jordan's Chicago winters, my Milltown summers. Laughter edged in, pie cooling sweet with cinnamon, coffee steaming black. Door at goodbye, Dad hugged awkward but true, clap on Jordan's back. Welcome, kid. Truck faded taillights, us lingering curb, night wrapping soft. That went. Jordan grinned, pulling close. Epic win. But ripples hit hard midweek. Sponsors pulling, parents protesting at gates, pickets waving faded flags. Harlan stonewalled reinstatement, board waffling under pressure. Fundraiser brewed frantic. Team bake sale morphing mega, booths at the fairgrounds, players hawking cookies charred and charm. Jordan emceed, mic hot, jokes landing amid cotton candy haze. Support love, or we'll foul out your pie. Crowd swelled, locals trickling. Some jeers, but cheers drowned, donations piling. Dad manned grill, burgers sizzling, aprons smeared grease. For my boy. By nightfall, coffers full, Harlan cornered reluctant. Rehired. Provisional. Prove it. We did, season roaring. Wins stacking like cordwood. Our story national whisper. ESPN snippets praising the love that led. But shadows lingered. A parent's email venom. Abomination. Jordan found it, face ashen, crumpling paper. Nightmares, he admitted, loft dim, rain lashing. Wake sweating, fists clenched. I held him, rocking slow, his tremors easing in my arms. We're armor now. Climax brewed Thanksgiving, family table groaning turkey and fixings, aunts chattering, cousins roughhousing. Dad raised glass mid-meal, voice carrying. To Alex and Jordan. My sons. Silence, then claps. Mom's tears, Uncle Ray's grunt approval. Jordan's hand squeezed mine under lace cloth, eyes shining. But post-feast, pie crumbs scattered. A call shattered. Jordan's agent, voice clipped. Minor scout pulled. Distraction, devastation hit, him pacing kitchen, fists white. All for nothing? No, for us. Pivot. Coach with me? Eyes met, decision dawning. Yeah, us against the world. Resolution whispered in the quiet after. Love's meaning not glory, but grit. Together. Winter clamped elmwood and iron. Snow blanketing courts like shrouds. Winds howling off the plains a dirge for bare branches. Gym became sanctuary, heaters humming faint against frost. Our drills a defiance. Jordan now assistant, whistle twin to mine. His calls syncing with my cadence like breaths shared in dark. Team gelled tighter, underdogs with bite. But the world's grind wore subtle, sandpaper on soul. First real test post come out. Away game at Steel City. Arena a cauldron of hostility. Fans jeering slurs from bleachers. Banners twisted mocking. Fairy ballers scrawled crude. Whistles drowned in booze. I gripped clipboard white-knuckled. Jordan's hand brushing mine pre-tip. Whisper fierce. Eyes on the prize. Tip sword, game a brawl, elbows sharp, refs blind. Jordan taking hacks but dishing dimes silk. Halftime down 8. Locker room steamy with rage. Mikey slamming fists on benches. Fuck him. Jordan stood, voice steel. We play. For us. Show 'em love wins. I swept, landing mine anchor. Second half flipped. Our press suffocating. Jordan's steal and slam igniting runs. My timeouts crisp. Final buzzer. Up 6. Silence stunned, then our roar. Hecklers slunk, heads low. Back home. Loft aglow firelight. Jordan cracked beers. Foam spilling cold. Told you. Kiss salty, victory sweet. But home front cracked deeper. Dad's health dipped. Cough lingering. Doc visits hushed. Over coffee one gray morn. His kitchen linoleum scuffed. He confessed. Lung spot. Biopsy Tuesday. World tilted. Mug clattering sink. Dad. Hand wave, gruff. Fight it like you did the closet, son. Head high. Eyes twinkled faint. Proud. Of both. Jordan stepped up seamless. Rides to appointments. Stocking fridge with shakes protein thick. His Chicago grit shining. Waiting room vigils, magazines dog-eared. His thumb circling my knee soothing. Biopsy clear, benign. Shadow lifting like fog burn-off. Dad hugged us both post-call, voice thick. Oh, you kid. To Jordan, backslap. Family now. Spring thawed slow. Courts greening. Birdsong piercing chill remnants. Our story rippled wider. Podcast invites. Pride panels in Columbus. Jordan's laugh booming mics as we spilled raw. The locker room spark. The hiding hell. The freedom's bite. But fracture hit intimate. Anniversary sneak. 6 months since that kiss. Diner booth our genesis. Burgers charred perfect. Candle flickered, but his eyes distant. Fork pushing peas. Spit it. I pressed, gut twisting. Sigh escaped, long. Missed the dream. Pro lights. Sometimes. Resent the cost. Stab deep. Breath catching. Me. Head shake quick. No. The world. Hand reached, squeeze apologetic. But you? Worth every foul. Talk stretched, vulnerabilities bared. His fear of fading talent. My dread of complacency. Vows renewed over pie a la mode. Scoops melting sweet. Team banquet swelled Civic Center. Tables draped white. Centerpieces carnations red. Harlan there. Suit stiff. Speech grudging. Progress. Wins. Applause polite. But our table. Team rowdy, toast sloshing. After. Dance floor cleared tentative. Jordan pulling me out. Hand warm at waist. Dance. Waltz clumsy. Stepping toes. But laughter freed. Bodies swaying to oldies croon. Flash caught it, fatigue snapping, morning paper front. Love on the hardwood. Backlash hissed online, trolls spewing. But support surged, rainbows flooding feeds. Summer scorched in. Camps for kids buzzing gym, Jordan's drills patient. My admin buried in waivers. Evenings, river swims. Water cool silk on skin. His splashes playful. Bodies tangling lazy under willows drooping. One dusk, picnic spread. Sandwiches ham thick. Lemonade tart. He knelt sudden. Ring simple silver. Glinting. Marry me, coach? Make it forever. Tears blurred. Nod emphatic. Hell yes. Engagement news lit town. Bakeries offering cakes gratis. Dad toasting at the mill reunion. Voice booming. My boys. Setting example. But climax crested tournament finals. State semis packed coliseum. Lights blazing. Crowd a sea. Opponents hulking, press ferocious from jump. First quarter, Jordan twisted ankle bad. Roll sickening, him crumpling, whistle shrill. Trainers swarmed, ice packing, face pale grit. Sideline, I knelt, hand on his voice steady lie. Walk it off? Or sub? Eyes locked. Fire. Finish. He limped back, tape wrapping tight, every step defiance. Drove left, jumper pure despite hitch. Crowd hushed then erupted. Halftime even, locker pep raw. Tears mixing sweat, his arm over my shoulder broadcast. For the kids watching, showing harchi. Overtime frenzy. Score nodded twice. My call inbound, lob high. His leap one-legged, tip in at horn. Victory exploded, confetti raining. Team lifting us shoulder high. Med tent post. Doc probing. Sprain. Rest 2 weeks. Jordan grinned through wince. Worth it. Fall looped back. Wedding whispers, venue the gym? Vows under the hoop. Dad officiating, voice cracking vows. But doubts whisper. Harlan retiring, replacement unknown. Keep it quiet. New coach hinted, eyes shifty. Jordan bristled board meeting. Voice rising. Quiet? We're the face. or you're out. Bluff held, contract renewed solid. Honeymoon planned lakeside cabin, but first, pride march downtown, rainbows waving, floats blasting anthems. We marched hand in link, dad beside, sign proud, proud dad of grooms. Chants swelled, love's roar. Back home, night's deepened meaning. His head on pillow, breath even, my fingers tracing scar. Reminder of fragility, strength. One storm-lashed eve, thunder crashing. He stirred, voice sleep mumble. Dreamed we lost. Pull close, heartbeat shared. Never. We're undefeated. Meaning crystallized. Not rings or wins, but resilience woven. Love's court endless. Autumn waned gold to rust. Leaves carpeting paths like confetti from forgotten games. Air crisp with wood smoke and promise. Wedding swelled intimate, gym transformed, hoops draped tool white, bleachers benches for kin. 50 souls crammed, team in ill-fitting suits, Mikey best man fumbling rings, grin sheepish. Dad at altar, Bible swapped for notes scribbled, voice gravel warm. Love ain't easy, like coaching calls tough, but right ones win. Eyes misted on us, Jordan in black slim, me navy crisp, hands clasped slick palm nervous. Vows simple, raw Jordans you saw me whole. I see you forever. Mine, partner on court in life. Every play yours. Kiss sealed, cheers erupting, confetti shredded jerseys, raining. Reception flowed courtside, tables laden barbecue smoky, beers chilling tubs. Dances awkward joyful, dad twirling Jordan's abuela. Her laughter bells, cane tapping beat. Toasts poured, Harlan. Retired rumpled, glass raised reluctant. Learned late, you two, ahead. Team chants, inside jokes, love thick as gravy. Honeymoon cabin nestled Huron shores, pines whispering waves, air salted pine. Days lazy, hikes crunching needles, swims chill bracing, nights fire crackling, bodies mapping familiar new. His fingers traced my ring, silver cool. Whisper, husband. Word hummed, settling bone deep. Return thrust reality. Season grind, camps wrapping, new recruits wide-eyed. Jordan limped faint still, but drills adapted. His wisdom calls sharper mine, synergy legend local. News cycle shifted, documentary crews scouting, mics thrusting. The kiss that changed hoops. We obliged, couchlit loft, stories spilling unfiltered. Locker spark, Harlan's hammer, dad's thaw. Airing viral, views spiking, invites cascading, talk shows, youth forums. Jordan shown panels, voice steady. Hide, lose yourself. Show up, gain world. But underglow, fractures mended tested. Dad's cough returned. Doc stern. Early stage, catch it now. Vigil renewed. Chemo chairs humming sterile. Jordan's hand mine. Dad's jokes deflecting nausea. Beats overtime losses. Remission whispered spring. Scans clear. Family barbecue ceiling. Grill smoke curling. Ribs falling off bone. Laughter chasing ghosts. Team crested nationals. Bus rumbling interstates. Jordan's playlist blasting anthems. My head his shoulder. Finals Coliseum electric. Lights strobing. Crowd ocean roar. Tip chaotic. Game chess brutal. Presses broken. Threes raining. Halftime tied. Locker huddle fierce. Jordan's eyes mine. Hours. Overtime again. Clock merciless. My sub call late. Foul. Free throws ice. Jordan stepped. Line steady. Swish swish. Lead taken. Buzzer. Confetti blizzard. Trophy heavy gold. ESPN embrace broadcast. Kiss brief but bold. World watching. Post glory. Quiet settled meaningful. Coaching clinic for LGBTQ plus youth. Gym alive dribbles hopeful. Jordan demoing form gentle. Play true. On and off. Evenings, home hours, house-bought outskirts, porch swing creaking, his head lap, sunset painting skyfire. Stories swapped future. Kids? Adopt, maybe, tiny sneakers echoing. One eve, storm brewing distant, thunder grumble, he stirred wine glass. What now? After everything. Smile soft, kiss temple. This, the play that keeps unfolding. He nodded, sigh content, hand belly, surprise shared, adoption papers fresh. Our team grows. Years blurred montage. Dad grandkids spoiling, team legacies birthed. Our story textbook, love's full court press. But core unchanged. That locker room dawn, changes spark, proving love's the ultimate game changer. Meaning? Not perfection, but persistence. Hearts aligned, forever undefeated. Fade to credits, screen black, echo of sneakers eternal.